Okay, so let's look at question 17 then. So on these two pages you will find conversion graphs from pounds to euros and from dollars and pounds to dollars. So this is the euros to pounds one, the other page is the other one. So euros to pounds there. Jessica is shopping on the internet for a camera. The same camera is on two websites. On the Spanish website the camera costs in euros 239.99 euros. And on the American website the camera costs in dollars 279.95. So we've got to work out for which website she should buy the camera. So we're looking for which is the cheapest. So I think the best way to do this is, the problem is here that if we're changing, we need to change them both to the same unit. So on these two we can change the euros into pounds on here, and then on this other one we can change the dollars into pounds over here. We can change them both into pounds and then we can tell which is the cheapest. The only problem we've got is for the euros, like this is 239.99, this only goes up to 120. Okay, so let's think first. This here, we're not going to be able to do it exactly on the graph, so let's just call that, round it up to a nice round number. So let's call that 240 euros. Let's call that $280 first. So obviously in the euros we're going to change this into pounds, but it only goes up to 120 on the euros. Okay, and I think we've got the same problem with the dollars. So in the dollars one, it only goes up to 150. This is 280. So I think what we could do is half both of these. So if we work out half of that, if we do the same thing to both of them, then we can double them back up again afterwards. So half of that is 120, and half of that is 140. Okay, so $140 even, not the dollar sign. Alright, so if we look at 120, work out how many pounds that is first, and then we can double it back up afterwards to 240. So let's go along like with a conversion graph. What is this fluff? Right, anyway, enough fluff. So 120, that's £100. So with the euros, 120 is £100. So we wanted 240. So if we just double that back up, double both of them up, 240, which is what we needed, would be £200. Okay, so we've changed that into pounds. We need to change this into pounds as well so we can compare them. So 280, we've got to use the other graph for this one, over here. So again, we're halving that down to 140. So with this graph here, it's a bit of a different. I think you'll find it's going up in every two squares is 5, so it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like that. So if we find out where 140 is, that'd be 45, that'd be 140 there. So if we go along here, then drop down, that comes out at just over 92, about 93 I think. Okay, so let's write that over here, so £93. So we've got $140 is £93. So we needed 280, so if we double this back up again, 280, double this is £186. So that means that for this camera, it's £200 on the Spanish website, but on the American website it's only £186. So this one here, this is cheaper, so she should buy it from the American website. So cheaper from the American site. Okay, now Let's see, the next part of this question. Estimate the exchange rate from euros to the dollar. Now again, this one we've got to use both of these because we've got dollars to pounds and euros to pounds. So we're going to have to do euros to dollars. So I think for an exchange rate you need to work out how much €1, how many dollars that will get you. So it would be very hard to look at 1. If we look at 100 and then just divide everything by 100. So if we go 100 euros is 84 pounds. Let's write that. 100 euros is 84 pounds. So that's off that graph. Now if we look at this graph, 84 pounds, 84 is there. Well, this is an estimate, remember, this is an estimate. We're never going to be exact with this graph. So say pretty much there. So 84 pounds is about $125. So we can get rid of the middleman now. We didn't need to care about that really. We only care about the euros and the dollars. So we know 100 euros is $125. Now, for an exchange rate, you always need to know how many €1, how many dollars that will get you. So how many dollars €1 will get you. So we need to divide both of these by 100. So that will get us €1. If we divide this by 100, it'll be $1.25 because 100 would go 10, 20. The decimal point would move to there. So we know the exchange rate, $1, €1, $1.25.